Hey guys, so I thought I would grab like this external mic. I eventually bought like all these stuff for like the GoPro, and so eventually this mic's gonna go onto the GoPro, so the audio is gonna be better. I knew it was gonna be windy out here after my run. So yeah, so I thought why not just make a video because like I want to tell you exactly what happened in the week. The video series that I had planned and everything for the YouTube channel about editing on InShot it's just so massive. I kept dropping the ball throughout the week, and I just getting frustrated. Throughout the week, it was just like me falling down and then picking myself back up again. And I was thinking to myself, like, if I'm gonna put out a video, I'm gonna make sure that you guys will get the value. And so I thought, why not? I could tell you guys a little story about what was going on through my mind throughout the week. I just recently just ported over my podcast. I was gonna delete it actually because like I thought to myself like this podcast is not doing anything anymore. I'm not uploading an episode. My last episode I uploaded actually was August 30th, 2019, and it was a fairly successful podcast because like I started in 2016, way before when like the market for like podcasting was such a big thing, and it was super fun. It was actually less than like 500,000 podcasts, and now there's probably millions now. I don't even know anymore, but I was like paying it just to keep it afloat for about $10 a month Canadian, about $7 off Libsyn. And I was like, you know what, I'm tired of, like, as being a financial guy, like I'm tired of just paying the expenses that doesn't really serve me. And so I wanted just to delete it and not pay the expense anymore. So I thought to myself like, okay, so let's just delete it. And for whatever reason I couldn't get myself to delete it, so I did something else. I found a company that actually ports it over and takes over the data for free, and so the hosting and everything like that is for free. And so I was scrolling through the episode once I finally ported everything over, and I was like, wow, like over at least 200 plus episode. And it was crazy to kind of go and see that, because like all that hard work, all that creativity, all the learning. The reason why I stopped the podcast only because like I thought to myself that I was doing all these amazing interviews with such amazing people, successful entrepreneurs, athletes. I was doing all these interviews, but I wasn't doing anything for myself. My own personal life was going down the gutter. I was going in debt. I was just like living off my parents' like couch and everything, and I wasn't doing my absolute best in the back end for myself. And I'm realizing that this was all ego. Basically, what I'm trying to relay is this story where I was trying to chew more than I could handle. I thought to myself in the very beginning, back in 2016 when I started the podcast, was that I thought I could just grind it out, live off credit cards, and build this amazing business that's going to have a massive payout. And it turns out it wasn't the case. It wasn't the case for me. For some people, I'm sure it works that way. But for me, like being pushed against the corner was not the way for me. I operate in like micro wins. I operate in miniature wins and building that momentum. And then that way, when the big wins come along, you'll appreciate the bigger wins even more. Right now, getting out of debt has been like incremental wins. Saving every paycheck, paying it off, putting every month, am I hitting my target $1,500 every month, going into paying this credit cards, all the debts and everything, so that way I can get out of here debt free after once all this crazy pandemic is all gone and everything, right? This is what I'm talking about. A lot of people think that being an entrepreneur, being like a successful YouTuber, being an athlete, being everything in between requires you to have leaps and bounds or they have like some special talent or something. It turns out it's not the case. I'm telling you, it's after doing at least over like 200 episodes of like just crazy interviews with amazing people that it's actually that one proverb where you fall down 7 times, you get out 8. This is what it was this week. This week for me has been like, oh, I'm going to put out this episode specifically for this, and completely drop the ball, and at least I thought to myself, I'm going to put at least some value for my YouTube channel, because like I committed every Sunday to 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, every single day, every single week, putting it out, grinding it out, putting it out. And then these are the kind of life lessons. I also want to build this channel as a growth channel as well too, so people can learn that like sometimes it's not about the giant growth. I posted this whole entire like montage in the morning, me getting up, folding my bed, making my bed. It's these micro wins that makes you feel so much better. Actually, study shows that when you get home, you're gonna go, and at least if you have a rough day, you come home to a made bed, and those are little micro wins that build the momentum, building victories, small victories. And I didn't realize that up until like probably, I don't know, it's been probably a year and a half ago, that realizing, or probably a year and a half ago, because I started working at the wine store, because I thought to myself, I was above working in the wine store. I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna build this business. And turns out this business wasn't making enough money, so I had to kill it. It was actually leaking out money, and it was nuts. It was just, I don't know how, like, like I said, some people do it. I'm sure there's like, the outliers out there, but like, one step at a time, 1 penny at a time, $1 at a time, one step, learning one everything. When you fall down, this week has been that kind of week for me, where I just dropped the ball so many times, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put something out anyway, and I'm gonna put it out, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna rock and roll, gonna continue on YouTube channel as long as I show up and offer value, telling you stories about this, because like I said, like, I desire to build this channel around millennials, like at least building influencers, so that way we are responsible for the next generation to come. And from what I see so far, I'm very kind of worried, actually, but like, I'm also excited, because it's an opportunity for me to get out of my comfort zone. I get to go build this. I get to like see how this grows. This is gonna be a video I'm gonna put out, and who knows, it's gonna be crazy looking back, and like a year from now, looking at this video, a year, 2 years from now, and staying committed, right? I don't plan on dropping the ball. I can plan on at least putting out the videos that I've always wanted to build, stories I've always wanted to share, series that I've always had, and creative projects that I've always wanted to do. And it does require you dropping the ball a couple times, and you just gotta bounce right back up. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that really quick montage. I wanted to share with you guys that this week. I hope you guys have a great one. I'll see you guys next week. Have yourself a great one. Take care.